All right, so we are going live here with Damian Coughlin
Hey,
and myself, Jonathan, two of the co-founders of Pitch Investors Live. What's up, Damian? How we doing?
I'm doing great, Jonathan. Hello to you from Colombia. What's going on today?
So Damian's in Colombia right now, and I'm in South Florida. I'm about to actually move to, I'm thinking around like Miami Beach, Brickell. I was in Brickell. The pandemic happened. I got out to go to Fort Lauderdale. Now I'm thinking about going back down.
Well, at least you're in a better situation than I am. Literally no international flights. There's been no approval yet from the president here in Colombia to actually, we're calling it house arrest here. And it's been about 85 days, Jonathan, since we've been able to leave the house, except for 1 hour a day between 2 and 3 p.m. And even that, Jonathan, it's still risky because, as you know, I got fined 930,000 pesos. So, a white Irish guy, 6'4" in Colombia, I kind of stand out, Jonathan.
You were like, that's what I was going to say. I was like, the worst part about it is like, you can't even fit in at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do. Like me, I could probably go wear a sombrero and wear some other clothes and maybe get away with it. You know what I mean? But like you, it's like, there's nothing that you can do. They're like, white man walking from European nation. Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy.
Crazy. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and just share this in a few different places and everything, and we're gonna allow all you guys to start jumping on and everything. But me and Damian have something really big to announce. So Damian, what do we have cooking, man? What do we have cooking here, and why are you even excited about what we're doing right now, guys? Literally two of us on the team, we love what's happening right now from way before we even started Pitch. So Damian, tell us what's going on. What are we up to? Why is it exciting? Why does everyone need to listen to what we're saying right now? This is revolutionary what's happening, and we're going to give you the juice. Two e-com guys are going to give you the juice right now.
Yeah, well, Jonathan, you and I, we kind of started at the same time. We started in e-commerce maybe back in 2016, 2015. And it was we were such novices at the time. And, back then it was so exciting. It was like, wait a minute, you can sell products online, fantastic opportunity. And, here we are, Jonathan, 4 years later, and such exponential growth from yourself, myself, our companies, and anyone else that has, followed our path and our journey, Jonathan. Shopify, ClickFunnels, WooCommerce, all these other companies, including the print-on-demand parties and other apps.
I think the print on demand is what kind of like got us excited to get in, right? Like I think that's what got us really excited. Both of us, I think, is one of the reasons that pulled us into Shopify, right?
100%. That was exactly the trigger. It was like print on demand, and then it evolved over time. But yeah, we're excited today. We're going to drop a lot of value for you. We're going to drop some announcements. We're going to ask some questions and answers, and just make it a fun, interactive session.
Yeah, awesome, guys. So check it out. So usually, guys, we do Pitch the World at this time, but we have such a major announcement to make. That's exactly 1 week from today. That basically we're now just making this more as like an announcement. So Pitch is now officially going to open up its own e-commerce and Shopify store for the startup, entrepreneur, business, and investor ecosystem, and for the world in a way that no one has ever seen. And to this day, I haven't seen someone that's doing what we're about to do. You know what I mean? So like, Damon, can you tell people like, why is this exciting, and like what people can actually get out of this? Like, why are we even doing it? Why even launch a Shopify store for Pitch? We're a technology company. We have an app, like for entrepreneurs and startups to get on with investors. So why are we even doing this? Like, what's the point of actually dropping a Shopify store into everything else that we're doing?
Jonathan and Matthew and Umair and the rest of the team at Pitch, our number one goal from the very beginning was to reach as many people as possible, to open up our app to the whole world and give everyone an equal opportunity to get funding, growth, and exposure. And, we try and be omnipresent. And that's one of the things that John and I like to do in our own personal brands, but also through Pitch. And we've partnered with some of the most incredible leaders, visionaries, creators in the space. And the Shopify platform is another avenue now that's going to allow for more exposure, more branding, and give you guys the opportunity to enter into our ecosystem, not only through the app, but now through our Shopify, and make it such a very easy and manageable process of, you know, checking out some of our packages, some of our products, and just getting more involved in what we have to offer. And, you know, myself, sometimes, you know, funnels and you know, landing pages can be a bit difficult to navigate. But with the Shopify experience now, and Shopify has just constantly evolved, we're giving you guys a much better experience. And that's mainly one of the main points, Jonathan, is more exposure and just an easy, a more manageable process to, you know, indoctrinate into our system.
Yeah, 100%, guys. So we've been basically talking about this for a long time. We actually were going to launch a Shopify store probably in the very beginning stages, but there was just so much going on. We're a tech company. We're having masterminds. We're doing so many different things. We never got into it. And like what we've seen in the last couple months because of the pandemic and because the economy is going down is actually Shopify traffic has gone up. This is no joke, exponentially. Like we're talking about, we saw in April, many of the days in April were bigger traffic days on Shopify, all encompassing worldwide, more than Q4, Cyber Monday, Black Friday. I mean, what are some of the stats, Damien, that we've been seeing and everything like that? Just for people to comprehend, you guys need to comprehend what the hell is going on, because this is a huge shift that's happening worldwide in a global manner. Like what are some of the cool stats, Damien?
So I mean, there's many stats out there. First of all, you know, let's talk about Shopify, right? Started in 2004 by 3 Canadians, I believe, and now they've grown into Canada's most valuable company, right? That's the first thing.
Like a snowboard, right? It wasn't like a snowboard or like something like that store. It was just a regular store.
Yeah, I think it was Los Angeles. Los Angeles was the first store, I believe, Jonathan, and through that, we've seen such exponential growth. We saw them, you know, their stock price now is at nearly $800, I believe, Jonathan. And they have, you know, just evolved. And as you said, the numbers this past month have been incredible. And normally, us e-commerce entrepreneurs, we're planning for a whole season of Q4, where there's Halloween, there's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and there's that whole push towards holiday season. And now, as you said, people are at home and they're looking for things to buy, and there's new people entering the market because we're stuck, guys. We've nowhere to shop. We've no choice. We've no variety. And that is, you know, a great way for people now to get into Shopify, as you said, right? It's the trends, it's the statistics, it's the conversion rates that gone through the roof. It's new adoption. It's over 1 million merchants now signing up. It's the adoption of a 90-day trial that Shopify has introduced, and just giving people massive opportunity.
Yeah, big time, big time. And some really cool stats, guys. So like one of the things that happened with the Shopify space, you guys got to remember for a quick second. So why do we even talk about Shopify? Okay, so to give you guys a little background, and Damien, you know this too, I had a marketing agency, and we would always have e-commerce sites we helped out. Some friends told me about Shopify, and I'm like, it's not that great. You know, everything's plug and play. Like plug and play never works, you know, like especially when you're an agency that you build this stuff and program using WooCommerce. And, you know, like we tried BigCommerce, another one that was similar, and it was a horrible experience. I was like, no way, this plug and play model, kind of like the App Store. Because what you do is in Shopify, you have an App Store where you can plug and play different pieces, kind of like Legos. And it makes it so easy that anyone in the world can literally open up a Shopify store and be selling. You know, for those of us that know, like me and Damien, if we were to literally lose everything, I know this for a fact, if we were to lose everything and we have to start from scratch, we know that we can open up a Shopify store almost literally for free and be running in less than 24 hours, making money. This is not a joke, guys. This is real. Like you could literally be making money through Shopify within 24 hours. Okay. So like, obviously we're getting you guys a little excited about just opening a Shopify store, why we're excited to open it for Pitch Investors Live, where it's going to change entrepreneurs' lives. But we will be offering, and we'll tell you guys a little bit about it later when the grand opening happens on Thursday of next week, 1 week from today. We will be offering people to learn on how to basically be able to open up their own Shopify store themselves and how to make money in the new entrepreneur and startup space, which is going to be quite exciting within its own. But one of the biggest things that we wanted to talk about is in this grand opening that we're going to do, guys, we are going to be giving away $10,000 worth of prizes, okay, and everything that we're doing. Damien, can you mention a couple of things what are we going to be giving away? Like, so what are people going to be getting? What are we going to be giving away? You know, why are we even doing that also?
Yeah, so that's an interesting. I haven't actually been disclosed yet, Jonathan, on what exactly.
Oh, we didn't tell you. We didn't tell you everything. Okay. Oh, I thought you already knew everything. Yeah.
No, I haven't, Jonathan. Sorry.
Okay. But, so sorry. We've been planning this too. So basically, we're going to be giving away a whole bunch of prizes. So what we're doing is we're having the grand opening. Okay. On Thursday, what is that? What day is Is it a 4th? I think it's the 4th. So it's June 4th, Thursday. Okay, we're doing the grand opening. We're going to offer, and we're not going to be doing discounts like this. This is only because we're doing the grand offering. Grand opening is going to be 20% off everything in the store. And we're going to have a variety of cool stuff. We're going to be giving away prizes. So you guys are going to get gear. There's going to be shirts. There's going to be all kinds of cool entrepreneurial gear in general, but we're also selling a lot of digital formatted stuff. For example, you're going to need to have 10 step to a perfect pitch PDF. Let's say if there's 10 steps to a perfect pitch, and we're going to have stuff all the way from like $5-7, obviously into the hundreds or thousands of dollars. And this is the cool part. If you are a business, what we're going to offer for you guys is if you have services, okay, or if you have a coaching program, or let's say you have a course, we're going to allow you guys, after it's vetted by pitch, okay? So it's going to be like a QVC stamp or as seen on TV. It's going to be stamped by all the entrepreneurs and all of us there, and you'll be able to sell on our platform your products. So if you're listening, you're an entrepreneur right now, you'll be able to sell your products as long as they pass, all the requirements that we have, because we're going to only have good stuff on our store. You'll be able to put your stuff on there. So what's exciting about that, Damien? How is that an opportunity for business owners and entrepreneurs and startups that they can put their own services, their own products, courses?
Exactly. You've got Jonathan, you've got myself, you've got the whole team that are experts in the space, and that, if we can get great products, we can get great opportunities that we can put on the site. It's going to open up a whole new level of traffic, indoctrinated into our systems, our emails, vetted by us. So it's going to give you an opportunity to sell your products. And also for people out there that are new to entrepreneurship, you're going to get the best products, the best services. And, if you do join us on next week, you're going to get a massive opportunity to avail of some awesome discounts and prizes.
Yeah, amen. So if you guys are out there and you have some type of service, please do us a favor. We may be able to add some before the grand opening. Okay, so the grand opening will last from Thursday to Sunday. Prizes are going to be given out. In the prizes, just to give you an idea, we're going to be offering some of our courses, some of the stuff to teach you guys how to basically make a buck, how to invest money in a quicker manner, the gear. So if you guys are looking for some gear, we're going to be giving that stuff away, and also opportunity to pitch Kevin Harrington himself. Okay, so if you always wanted to do that, remember, just that by itself, that was a previous package that we would sell, and a whole bunch of other stuff that we're doing that was $10,000 within its own. Okay, there's over 100,000 people that try out for Shark Tank. Okay, only 80 of those people, get to pitch the sharks. So that's another opportunity that's probably a lot more viable than the other ones and everything like that. So we're very excited basically to offer this opportunity out to you guys, and for you guys to have the ability to figure out why Shopify is such a badass platform. You know what I mean? Damon, can you talk about how Shopify has changed your life, right? So it's people don't know, but me and Damon came together because of Shopify. Shopify made us so excited, and I think it was 2016 that we met, that it just completely revamped. Was it the beginning of 2016 that we met?
It was about April 2016, and then we went to Arizona in October of 2016.
Yeah. So talk about how it kind of changed your life. You know what I mean? What happened, Damien? You're a badass entrepreneur traveling the world, everywhere, and you were working for corporate America. Right?
Well, the whole story started many years ago when the European government or the European Union was giving out a grant for people to get involved in e-commerce. And this was way back in the day, and it was a really, really good grant. And I had just left a marketing degree of 4 years in Cork Institute of Technology. And I went ahead, I didn't really know nothing about e-commerce, and I got that master's degree. And funny thing, when I went into corporate America and when I decided to take a break after 7 years with Apple, I found e-commerce, and that's when I found you and everybody, and we started that whole movement in Arizona. And what really what really attracted me to Shopify was, number one, 365, 24/7 business, right? So traffic from all over the world, the store remains open all the time. Number two, you're building a customer base. Just like the coffee shop down the street where you have your regular customers, you're building an email list, you're building a subscription business, and you're building that asset up. And that's really the big driver that I saw. I was saying, hey, this brand is growing. It's constantly growing. I'm bringing in new customers every day. And the next thing was, the whole ability to work from anywhere, right? And when I found Shopify, Shopify was built for entrepreneurs, right? People like yourself and myself. We're not really technologically advanced, but we know how to market. And when I saw Shopify, and I was like, wait a minute, it's just drag and drop, integrate the app, mobile optimization, desktop, everything. And then when I started to see Shopify evolve, now they're introducing Shopify local delivery, Shopify Pay, Shopify email. They're really catering for the likes of you and I, Jonathan, the regular people out there that are watching right now. So there's a lot of people watching right now. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you've had a grocery store, and maybe you've had like a local pizza shop. Well, now Shopify is giving you that platform, giving you that ability to transfer that retail presence. You can still keep the retail presence, but bring it online, and just a fantastic opportunity. And I guess that was the biggest thing, Jonathan, just to be so dynamic, speed, customer base, worldwide traffic, building an asset, a real asset, and something that you can sell down the line. That was one of the biggest drivers, Jonathan.
Yeah, big time, big time. I would have to say that, like, when I first heard of basically the Shopify platform and print on demand, right? So we spoke a little bit about print on demand, and this is what I believe was one of the major components that made Shopify so big. And if you guys don't know what print on demand is, and why I believe it was so revolutionary at the time, it made me completely switch everything. Like, I literally, when I heard about this, I think it was like I started hearing about this, maybe it might have been the very beginning of 2016 or 2015. And I had done e-com in different ways, but never like Shopify at all. And I had heard about print on demand. I was like, I heard actually it was like Justin Cena had a webinar on Ty Lopez's channel when, like, back in the days when Facebook would have a little thing pop up and it would tell you all the lives that were coming up. And it's like, how to make millions of dollars with t-shirts. I was like, whoa, that's cool. Because I actually had a t-shirt business that went phenomenally. And like, we went to a show, we sold out in the first 2 hours, but it was literally the biggest headache. I didn't go further into it because having to buy the merchandise, how to buy t-shirts, figuring out the printers, how many different sizes. It was the biggest mission in the world. And for me, I was like, man, I don't ever want to do that business again. But then remembering everything that I did and then figuring out that companies now, and this is what the print on demand type of company is. And then maybe Damon could show some of the other stuff they do, but I'm just talking about just t-shirts in general, right? So basically what you could do is that you would make the design, you would upload it to a system, and they would upload it to Shopify. Now, you would not have to touch any inventory whatsoever. Okay, so that's what a lot of people do, like especially a digital marketer or something like that. Like the last thing you want to do is have to fulfill, how to print, keep up to date with it. So these companies, they allowed you to go make the sale, and then they would actually ship it out. So you literally didn't even have to have the money at all. So you're selling a shirt for $25, you get it for $12 shipped. Basically, you have $13 to play with once you sell the shirt. So you have $13 to acquire a customer. And that was what was so revolutionary for me, where I was like, oh my God, this is like, I literally was starstruck when this happened. And I completely switched my business to go in that direction because I knew this was a revolutionary new way of doing business in a way that I'd never seen. And Shopify was a supporter of this, of plugging these apps in to make it easy and seamless as can be. This was never available ever before. And to us, it was very exciting, like, and Damon, can you talk about some of the other products that you can put on?
So there's many other products available, and, it has definitely evolved. So just to give you, I'll give you an example of where we're at right now, and then I'll track back. But basically nowadays, right, let's take an example of Logan Paul, okay? Massive YouTuber, probably 20 million subs on YouTube. And he just launched his brand new apparel, maverickclothing.com. Multi-million-dollar brand. And how is it run? It's run on Shopify. What's the model? Print on demand, right? So essentially where we're at right now, we started off back in the day with Teespring. Teespring was a company out of San Francisco where you could just upload on designs. You could upload the designs onto the store, and then people could go to Teespring, purchase the product. Teespring would print and ship the product directly to your customer. Now, as competition enters into the marketplace, the person who can be unique, the person who can be different, gets a competitive advantage. So, for example, if all I see on my newsfeed all day long are T-shirts, well, I'm going to be in a bidding war. I'm going to be in competition with other established companies.
Yeah.
So what happened was big players, big marketers start to introduce new products into the marketplace. Don Wilson of Gear Bubble, Eric Taz of Shine On. I'm trying to remember the leader of T-Launch. Tom.
From Viral Style.
Viral Style. Who else? There's Custom Cat, Printful.
Custom Cat. Yes, yeah.
So what happened was these experienced marketers started to build their own platforms, their own print-on-demand companies, and new products started to come out. Leggings, sneakers, shoes, canvas paintings, jewelry, backpacks, wallets, iPhone cases, you name it, right? Caps, baseball caps. And what happened then was a market appeared, right? As one is satisfied, the higher need becomes the motivator. So if I want a t-shirt and I see a cool guy down the street with a baseball cap and his own logo, I want to get that. I want to get that as well. So it has definitely evolved. It has definitely evolved. And now one big thing, yourself, Jonathan, jewelry. You know, jewelry is a great product, high perceived value, easy to ship, very customizable. And the likes of Eric, the likes of Don are doing tremendous value right now, not only supporting entrepreneurs, but delivering top quality USA supplied jewelry that is customizable, right? So that's where the market is headed, Jonathan, really into an era of customization, you know?
Oh yeah, customize everything, guys. You know what I mean? Like jewelry is one thing that you put in that we would have never thought would have been so easy to customize. People are doing wallets. You know, people are putting pictures inside of like boxes that you can move around, and you know, like photo stuff is like really big right now too. And that just whole model has just revolutionized regular Joes just like us that were able to basically go ahead and start a business. And now you're seeing people, you know, there was one student that I had. Okay. So I had one student, he was like 15 years old, that basically he was one of the guys that, this is my course, like back in the days, it was like 3 years ago or something like that. And basically he was one of the only guys that would pay attention to everything that we would do. We were doing weekly calls. You know, his commitment level was ridiculous. It was higher than anyone else's. Okay. Commitment level higher than it. Only guy that didn't miss one call, 15 years old. By the time he was 16, he did $1.5 million. Okay. This is the type of world that we're living in right now, that, you know, like even young people that have never experienced any of this, no business knowledge, none of that, can basically succeed on levels that were never fathomable in the past. That was impossible unless you came from wealth. Like you don't even have to come from wealth anymore, because a lot of these resources are done basically for free. Shopify is doing 90-day free trial right now as you speak. How easy is that to just get involved, right?
Incredible, incredible. Yeah, it's definitely a very, as you say, Jonathan, digital era we're living in, right? Very digitized. People realize they got to go online. People realize they got to diversify traffic. People realize that the customer wants the product right now. Like Amazon set the benchmark for everyone, and everyone's trying to catch up to Amazon. Everyone's trying to, like, how do we differentiate ourselves from Amazon? So what makes my brand and what makes Jonathan's brand, you know, why should someone shop at our stores? Well, you got to figure out what is your competitive advantage. Is it customization? Is it that you have a better customer service? Is it that you have a better brand? Is it that you have, you know, influencers promoting your product? So definitely Amazon has opened up a whole new world of opportunity. And I think today, as you said, you know, young people, they're hungry, they follow instructions, they have nothing to lose, they're technologically savvy, right? They can pivot very quickly.
They grew up with that, right? They grew up with that mentality, you know, like, yeah.
And the YouTube, now we have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have, you know, Shopify, and it's just very easy to get started, you know?
Yeah, yeah, easier than ever, easier than ever. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do something really quick. Let's see how many people are actually paying attention right now, right? So I want to do a little quick giveaway already ahead of time, okay? So the first person to post the number one is going to get a free pitch hat, okay? So the first person that presses number one, let's see who's paying attention. I'm gonna check this out. So the first person to post number one, you're getting a free pitch hat. We're gonna send it to you wherever you are. Hopefully you're not from like Tasmania or something like that, and it's like $150 shipping charge. But like the first person to press number one, you guys are boom. You're gonna go ahead and get a pitch hat, you know, ahead of time. Just throw this out there really quickly. And what I would love to do it. Look at that. Look at this, Tony. OD, you were probably gonna get one anyways, right? He helped us. OD was an amazing. If you guys seen some stuff that we've done in the past and everything like that. Look at OD. OD wants a OD. We'll send you like probably a shirt and a hat and everything like that. So he was quick on the button. So
awesome.
Very excited about that. But guys, we would love to see if anyone has any questions. Okay, so we would love for you guys to go ahead and throw out some questions to us. So you have two guys have done some amazing stuff. Okay, tens of millions of dollars between us. Okay, generated in the last few years. Probably up into like 40 mil or something like that, just in the companies that we've run, not let alone our students. If you put together our students, like we are probably generating over 9 figures in the students that me and Damien have taught. So if you guys have any questions, Tony, you're definitely going to get yours. Do not worry. So if you guys have any questions for us, go ahead and ask us, you know, like how to get started, like what is something that you could do, you know, and while we're waiting on the questions, Damien, you know, like if you had to start from scratch, like what would you do in the business world? Would it actually be e-commerce? Like what would you be doing if you literally right now lost everything got wiped out, you know what I mean, which has happened to a lot of people. What would you do to get back on your feet?
I would, no matter what service I have, whether it's a digital product, whether it's a physical product, whether it's an info product, like I said, or whether it's, no matter what you're doing, guys, you've got to be online. So I would take what you have, whatever skill set you have, or I would take whatever product offering you have, and I would put it online. And then if you're constrained by budget, I would leverage the power of social media, and I would start using YouTube. I would start using Facebook, Instagram, to start promoting my products, promoting my service, telling my story, telling my brand, building my following. And that would be the first step. I would literally go online. I'd find something. I might even do affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing has a great, you know, it's easy to start up. There's no cost involved. And essentially you're selling someone else's product. So that's probably what I would do, Jonathan. I'd go online. I'd find something to sell, or I'd sell something that myself that I have, you know. So maybe people are watching right now. Maybe you're a good storyteller. Maybe you're a good musician. Maybe you're an educator. Maybe you have a product that you've built in your backyard. Maybe you're a carpenter, a tradesman, whatever it is, and you're stuck right now for traffic. You're stuck right now for leads. Well, take your business online and start an online presence and take it from there, Jonathan. That's probably what I would do.
Okay, cool. So we have a couple questions coming in, Damien, and then you can answer. I can add to it. So what research would you be doing? There's two questions that are kind of similar, so I'm going to mix them in together and everything like that, actually. So basically, you know, kind of people want to know, like, pretend that you've never started a store, you know, like what is a good product to start with, or how do you do the research? How do you make a decision on how to even get in? Because like, you could start a yoga store. You could start a jewelry store. You could start a print-on-demand shirt company. You could start basically basketball, sports cards company. You know, like how do you even make that decision, and how do you even do research? Like how do you even make, like, why would you even go and do something if you don't know what you're going to do? And actually, I was getting that question from one of my other friends, like Brittany. She was like, you know, like I'm trying to just find a hot product. You know, so like, what would you respond to something like that? Like you're getting in and you have a lot of people that do. Like, how would you get into the e-commerce game and you're like, hey, I want a piece of the action of what's happening with it?
Great question. And that question can be answered many ways. One of the first ways that I look at it is what are you really passionate about? Okay, so in e-commerce, we have a thing called niches. And a niche is basically a categorization of a group of people, or, you know, similarities amongst people. So it could be the fitness niche. It could be the fishing niche. It could be the, you know, cycling niche, or it could be a general niche. And, you know, there's two options where you can go. You can go to niche, so you can really focus down on one particular customer, or you can go a bit broader. You can go like more of a hybrid, more of a general style store, okay? Now there's pros and cons of doing that, right? So the pros of a general store is that you can test many different products, right? You can test jewelry, you could test fitness products, you can test canvas paintings, right? Now that typically is the way that I would go. And then when I would find a winning product on a general niche or on a general store, I would move it to the specific niche store, right? It's going to lead to higher conversion rates. But to answer your question, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. And then to go about testing something, I would create a Google tracker, I would create a Google sheet or a Microsoft Excel file, and I would start researching. I would go online to Instagram, what's trending? Go online, YouTube. What are the topics today in the news? What are people looking for? Oh, wait a minute. There's millions of people stuck at home right now. Okay, what are they looking to do? They're looking to, you know, get in shape. They want to stay in shape. Okay, how do I find products that people can use for their
niche right now? At home in shape stuff, right? Woo, that's a hot niche right now.
Massive,
weights everywhere, sold out everywhere. If you're in like at home weight training stuff, you can't get enough product right now. Crazy.
Exactly. And another example is, what's one thing we're all missing right now? We're all missing human connectivity. Okay, we probably haven't seen our family in a while. We haven't seen our best friends. We haven't, you know, been to many parties. So what people are doing is they're searching online. Top 10 gifts for a best friend, top 10 gifts for a father. And as we mentioned earlier, print on demand allows you to personalize gifts. It allows you to ship products. So in my opinion, the number one business you could go after right now is gifting for family, gifting for friends. And that's probably the easiest way.
Coming up, especially like getting ready for Christmas, right? There's no better time. I'm telling you, this Q4 is going to be absolutely insane. You know, like one of the biggest things that ended up happening now is that a lot of the people that were not willing to shop online and they always wanted to go physical locations were forced to go shop online. And then they've come to realize like, wow, this is pretty easy. It's pretty convenient. Like, this is not bad at all. Like, I am down to basically continue to be able to shop on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, they'll actually do it. So there's way more people now.
And I want to give a shout out to Brian. Brian is a friend of mine back in Ireland. He just shared a post, and Brian is one of the top, let's call him fashion experts. He owns a physical. Well, he's one of the managers at a physical retail store selling men's suits. Bowens and Bandon is the name of it. But Brian will be a typical example of someone that has leveraged online social media. And, you know, someone that could possibly move their store online, right? So that's awesome that Brian, thanks for sharing, Brian. And if anybody's got any questions, let me know. But Jonathan, let me ask you a question. So from your point of view, Jonathan, you have really taken a business and really scaled it, right? You have probably 40, 50 employees. You have an established brand now. So you went through step one. I like to call it phase one is like market identification. Okay, what's the market? And then phase two is, you know, figuring out what's working, and then you find a particular product. You found that product, you've scaled that product now for the past 4 years, and in some cases it's still selling. Now you've reached a stage where you may be on for an exit. You may be on for something where investors come in and try to, you know, give you an opportunity. What would you say, what did it take to go from being a regular Shopify store to being now a well-established brand that has, you know, I don't know what the company's worth, but you've really taken it from inception now to an exit?
Yeah. I mean, an exit is part of the plan. I mean, we actually were going to have an exit earlier this year. We already had people that were interested in the 8-figure range. I can't give like too much details, but basically it was like in the 8-figure range, and we had a couple companies, and then obviously COVID happened, and it really disrupted like their deal flow and things that were happening because it was very shaky ground. I honestly haven't even talked to them because we decided, because of how crazy everything was, we're like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and scale this like another year, just because like things are just out of control. Like there's such opportunity right now that we've never seen. And I think the biggest thing is that in the very beginning that we concentrated on brand, customer service, and we concentrated on a lot of stuff that a lot of people were kind of like doing churn and burn type of businesses and stuff like that. And we were just working on just creating a good brand experience and building the back end of the business itself. So we took it very serious as a business. And as we did that, we continuously just found more and more opportunities. Like we had some, like I think OD had said something about, you know, starting with a general store and then going niche. That's kind of what happened to us. I'm a big proponent of doing something that's called the hybrid store. The hybrid is basically, it's like, you know the hybrid store, because that's like a great way to do it. Like, I recommend people to do hybrid stores, as in you do one that's in a direction, but it's wide open. You don't just do one product. You know, unless you have a phenomenal, crazy, badass one product stores can do actually extremely well. If you have something that can be copywritten or it can be basically patented, those are super powerful. But the hybrids, like kind of like the one that I love to make an association with is Salt Life, right? Salt Life is all about salt stuff, and like they sell millions of dollars just of decals, let alone all the other stuff that they sell. It's absolutely insane. So, you know, like my suggestion to anyone trying to get in is always like, you know what? Figure out what you love, something that you understand, go in that direction. Don't be set on just one product, and then basically set off a slew of different products and different categories. And then once one takes off, then you can basically base the rest of the business around it, which is what we did. You know, like we had one product that took off, and then it just started creating other products around it. Then we found other products that worked that were similar. And then now we have probably over 500 SKUs, you know, like over 500 SKUs of products. And then, you know, top 10 to 15 that just sell the most. And then, you know, you're just testing, and people come back to shop. You give them a good experience, bring up that lifetime value. But, you know, like I think it was more that we concentrate on the brand and we put the right resources in play. And it's like we know what our vision is and where we want to go. We're very clear of how that is, and then just continue going at it. Because the thing is, we should have given up a few times in between. 100% should have given up a few times in between. And this is another reason, you know, like, you know how this is, Damien, too, because we've been at Pitch for a while, and, you know, Pitch never had a crazy, like we've had ups and downs and everything like that, and we still haven't taken off as a company, you know, but we're very clear on a mission, and we're willing to go through the sacrifices to do something amazing, because we're also supporting entrepreneurs and startups, you know, which is like, I think you and I resonate on that level very much, and why we're still here chugging along and making big strides for Pitch Investors Live.
Yeah, and I see some people joining. We got Vivian, America, Noel. Shout out to Noel. Noel is a good friend of mine, and I've been working with him. America, also amazing brand she got going on, and yeah, these are all the people that are interested in moving online. So I appreciate everyone for joining. And remember, guys, you don't need to be an expert in this. You could be selling something out of your house. Like, for example, I have a buddy right now. He's actually a farmer that lives next to me over the road, as we say in our over the road. But he has a honey farm, and now he's moving. So traditionally, he was just moving the honey jars into the regular stores. Now he's starting to sell the honey jars online. So beautiful organic honey, and it's a great way of side hustle.
Oh man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, cool. So Damien, do you want to leave one last piece advice, you know, like for those that, you know, like they want to join Shopify, they're thinking about going digital, or if they're already in it, you know, like what's good potential that we have going on in this space, and why we're so excited about launching not just our own store, but like helping other people. Yeah,
I mean, now is a great time. Shopify realized with COVID-19 that there was an opportunity for people to go online, people that grabbed the 90-day trial. So if you haven't yet, grab the 90-day trial, and then just start experimenting. Go in there, see how it feels, see how it looks, grab some products. Let us know at Pitch if you need help. Let us know also if you have products that you think would be beneficial to entrepreneurs out there. Maybe you're someone in the coaching space, maybe you're someone in the leadership aspect, mindset, you know, whatever it is that you have. If you feel you have something that's going to be beneficial for entrepreneurs around the world, definitely connect with us, and we'd love to talk to you. But as a guy, Shopify, Jonathan, amazing platform right now, and encourage anyone just to jump in. Remember, you've nothing to lose. It's not like a traditional brick and mortar business where you need to rent out the office space, get the lighting and heating, get the employees inside, get the office desks and chairs. You know, it's digital.
And it's crazy, like what we could do now compared to 7-10 years ago, like what would have cost us a few $100,000, you could do with like $1,000 now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like what is available is crazy. So guys, We appreciate everyone being on. Thursday next week, exactly a week from today, we will be launching our Shopify Store grand opening, $10,000 worth of prizes. We already gave away one prize today. We're going to be giving a whole bunch out that weekend. It's 4 days, okay, that we're going to allow the grand opening to stand. You know, we'd love for you guys to give us feedback. Check it out. Go in there, get the support. If you guys are also, if you haven't downloaded our app, we have a collaboration wall, which is already starting to take off. So if you go into pitchinvestorslive.com, iOS, Android, and if you want it on your desktop, and there's a collaboration wall that you can go in there and collaborate with other like-minded individuals. And we're very excited about all this. So, you know, Damien, thank you for coming on here with me and announcing this. I know you're excited about Shopify and everything like that. It's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan, for tuning in. And again, this shows the power of the internet, the information out there, guys. I'm in Colombia, Jonathan's in Miami, and we're able to connect like this. And just as you've seen with Shopify, there's going to be many other opportunities come on, guys. So jump in digital. I know it can be nerve-wracking. You know, it can be like, oh, stick with the status quo. But trust me, guys, there's a whole new world of opportunity digitally. So get on it.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Good luck, everyone. We're here for you guys, and have a wonderful day. See you guys later.